I can't imagine that he's going to be going for a Battle Fury, but it is always a possibility. There was a time not too long ago where Diffusal was just kind of always the go on this Troll Warlord. A little bit more damage being done to Gabby down here, but Zephyr got to be careful. Gabby actually just blinking forward onto him. A couple more auto attacks might bring him down. They do have another stun though. A few more auto attacks. Gabby needs to make it into the trees, and it looks like he's going to be first blood. Zephyr with those 3 stacks of the Fiery Soul, just dishing out too much deeps, and still had the Fairy Fire in reserve. And yeah, Armel actually just going for an Atos first here. Really looking for that lockdown against the Void Spirit, if at all possible. Cuckoo. Alright, I mean, Armel's pretty tanky. I think they do need a +1. Abed should be all that they need to finish off this kill. The arrow was going for the bounty rune. Armel will actually be able to grab it. Great stomp from KP. They couldn't quite finish off the Underlord, and now trouble. Abed will be able to jump away. Still got some bottle sips. Needs to get that salve out of the backpack. They lose March elsewhere. Cuckoo burst striking away, but Abed's not fully out. Going to try and dissimulate his way up onto the high ground, and that will get him out of there. But Underlord just a little bit too tanky. Zephyr's got Arcane Boots for now, though those might become a lens a little bit further down the line. Though pretty good to hold on to them here, to be honest. Oh, March really wanted that bounty, but there's already a sentry down, so Tim's not going to let him have it. First strike onto Armel. Yeah, this is way too much lockdown for March to escape, so he's dead. Other bounties looking like maybe just a 2-2. Among Us having the same sort of problems that TNC are having with the bottom tier 1 tower, with this mid tier 1 tower. And that is showing the strength of this kind of double offlane Underlord plus the Elder Titan. Cuckoo getting nailed by an arrow down here. Just too much Firestorm damage. And that is the end of him. I would say mostly the Elder Titan plus the Underlord shoving out mid and top and taking a little bit of farm in the Dire jungle, and Gabby just being protected by some wards down here at bottom and finding a bunch of farm that way. They are going to pop ahead. Have got to try and save Armel, but I don't think that's going to work because he gets surrounded by 4. Arrow does connect onto Abed. KP can't really walk into that fight though against 5. Also thinking about, well, wait, he can't pick up the Aegis with the courier, so I think this is just for some scouting. Oh, do they know that it's there? They're kind of pinging it. Yeah, they've seen it. Okay. Can they do anything about it? Change places. Cuckoo, you go up here and give me the vision. I'll kill the courier. They got it. March getting caught out once again here at mid. They do have a 4-staff to get him out, and he's got another 4-staff for himself, so he's going to be just fine. Arrow not going to connect, and Tim's walking a little bit too far forward. Great double stun. Armel also going to take some damage to start this fight off. Gabby's not even here, so it's not really a fight. They are going to end up popping that illusion rune. Haven't popped the Dark Rift just yet. A little bit too late here for Armel. Looks like he's just going to get shredded down by the Troll Warlord. Gabby does come over to the fight now, but it's just to get burrow struck up, and great chain stun follow-up from Zephyr. That's the last of his mana, but that's all that he needs. Abed with a great timing on that last silence. Man, AM feeling confident having the Manta there, but Gabby just kind of ends up going down for free. Oh man, that was extremely sloppy from Tim's.
Radiant's top tower is under
I do feel that they really need the Abyssal Blade on the AM, but maybe won't be able to get it for a little bit. All right, that's silence number 1. He uses the Manta. Here comes the follow-up silence. They've actually got the Clumsy Net as well on Abed, so a little bit more locked and 4-step forward into the Burrow Strike. Great chain lockdown from Among Us. I don't think they don't even have a ward or anything here, right? They just kind of, I guess they knew that Gabby was trying to play around here. The spell immunity. Now going to be going for a Mask of Madness after that. Maybe he can be the big damage source. The Ags just feels a little unreliable a lot of the time to me, and Scan does connect, so Abed is straight in on top of KP. A little bit of lockdown. Zephyr looking for the follow-up. Huge cast range on this Lina, and yeah, that magic immunity not going to help him there at all. Do they have any vision in this area? They're just kind of clearing out and running in very aggressively. Your Dream still has this 10-second BKB. And again, with between the BKB and the 4-staffs, it should be very, very difficult for anyone to die without getting spells off. Cuckoo does actually end up finding KP in the backline. The Spirit comes back to him, so he gets the magic immunity, gets brought out of the Yules. It's not going to last for too much longer, however. Bit of control onto In Your Dream. We do actually have a... Oh, it's Gabby that's getting caught out elsewhere. I heard the Laguna Blade, but did not see the kill, and now they can just keep on going. Armel can't even get his hands up to get off the Dark Rift. There's too much lockdown, too much damage. March is dead elsewhere. Tim's hitting him with the solo kill, but kind kind of all they've got to do to deal with this creep wave, though. They really need to arrow the siege creep if at all possible. Abed doesn't want to let Tims have it. KP magic immune for a moment, but siege creep's still going. Your Dream up in their face. He's actually got the Paladin Sword as well. Cuckoo finds the jump, looking for the lockdown onto Tims. They do have good heals. The Force Staff gets him out of there. He's going to be all right. KP just kind of looking to commit. Looks like he wants to kill onto Zephyr. Arrow not going to connect. It actually ends up finding Abed. Can they do some more damage to him? Burst strike through from Cuckoo, just a little short. They get the tier 3, and as these two big heroes, they really need that little bit of extra mana across the team. Oh, now he's got the Ags. That is gonna hurt. And he's level 18. This is a huge amount of damage. And who's in trouble? It's actually Armel getting caught out once again. Sounds great arrow. It's gonna catch In Your Dream and KP with the damage. It's just too much. They'd already used the Force Staff on both Abed and March, so they couldn't get him out of there. And TNC finding a huge opportunity. Gabby, haven't even checked on his item progression a little bit. He's got the BKB now, and he's got the Basher, and he's got another 2.5k towards the Abyssal Blade. He's tracked and walking away from his team, though, so they're just going to go straight in here on Among Us. Tims actually does manage to escape. Nice use of the Force Staff. KP looking like he might not be quite so lucky. He does have a little bit of magic immunity to work with. They're going to drop the Laguna Blade. Zephyr now Force Staffing himself out of there. 2 dead so far. Abed looking for a little more. Armel does manage to get the Dark Rift off this time around and just has to run for dear life away from the Troll Warlord, as he'll be picking up the Aegis here in a moment, and nothing that they can really do to stop that. I don't think there are quite as many Force Staffs on TNC, though. No, there's only the one on the side of Tim. So whoever gets locked down is going to be locked down for a little while. TNC, what do they see? Armel leading the way. Your Dream. Oh, arrow just a little bit off the money, so he will be able to get the BKB. Pops the Abyssal Blade here, wants that first kill. He uses the Battle Trance, but that drags him over onto Gabby. Tims is actually still surviving. In Your Dream, getting dragged away from his team. KP looking to turn around on him now, and they've got the Abyssal Blade from the Anti-Mage. He's too far away from his team. They spent all of that time trying to kill off Tims, but he is more than happy with that trade. And now KP's not done. He's looking for a little more. Among Us having to scatter. They just don't have the damage anymore with the Troll Warlord dead. And Gabby comes jumping forward. TNC are ready in a great position to keep this push going. And Gabby wanting to actually go down bottom and push that one out. He's got the Leveler as well, so if they make their way up onto the high ground, in a pretty good spot. They're trying to do damage to Armel, but he's just too damn tanky. Cuckoo doesn't have the disc once again. He does have the Flicker, so that's going to help him get out of here. But still 60 seconds to go on the Troll Warlord, and no glyph for 36 seconds. Cuckoo, Burst Strike, just kind of poking, prodding. Going to drop the Laguna Blade. Can they actually focus down Gabby? The silencers are decent, but he gets saved by the Mantis style. Abed now getting locked down, pops the cheese preemptively, waiting for these disables. Zephyr still doing the damage. Armel pops the BKB, but way too late. And now Geek Fam, Whitemon trying to escape. It's a pretty long TP, but he does get out of there. They want their Underlord back up. They have already used the glyph. Looks like we'll just have to sacrifice the 1 lane of Brax. Not worth it to buy back in this situation. You know that Roshan is really the next big objective. So In Your Dream is actually just going to shred this. There's an Aegis, Cheese, and an Aghanim's Blessing waiting. Looking like Sand King maybe getting set up to grab that one. Cuckoo, all right, just waiting for his opportunity. Now he's got the Ags. There aren't even really any Ghost Scepters. I guess it's good against the Aeon Disc and the Yules. So it is going to be annoying for the Sand King, but... And there is a Ghost Scepter on the Lena now as well. Maybe it makes sense from that perspective. Burst Strike, they've caught out Armel. Does have the BKB. Gonna pop it nice and early this time around, but he still gets Abyssal Bladed. TNC wondering what they can do to help him out. They do still have the Hand of God, but it's barely a drop in the bucket when it comes to healing up that Underlord. Tims, can he nail an arrow? He's got the E-Blade. Just kind of fishing a little bit. Here comes the buyback. Tier 3 already dead. Gabby just pushing this top wave all the way out, but... Okay, we do have a smoke. Exciting times here for Among Us. What do they see? They're pinging on this next creep wave. But the Moonlight Shadow, it's just Tim scouting forward. He's going to get jumped and brought down immediately. Couldn't get anything off. He does have a buyback. Everybody is sitting on buyback money currently. There's only 2 heroes short. Cuckoo was only just shy, but he does pick up a Lincoln's now. In Your Dream on the front lines. Doesn't have to worry about getting arrowed this time around. Pops the BKB. Pops the Battle Trance as well. Just getting dragged away by Armel. Can't let the same thing happen again. Trouble in the back lines. Abed almost going down, but he's still actually got the cheese. Heads over to the secret shop to pop that. They need to save their Troll Warlord, but they can't do it. Gabby jumping into the backlines, creating too much of a distraction. Cuckoo tries to bail him out. They desperately have to kill this anti-mage, but I don't think they can do it. They pop the Dark Rift, and they get out of there. They did use the buyback on Tim's. All right, who's getting what here? What are we in, like a Underlord Ags kind of a situation? Oh, wait, what just that? Cuckoo got the... Oh, Cuckoo actually managed to snipe the Ags and the cheese. Well, he didn't have buyback for a little bit there, but he does actually have it back up now. Still a 32k net worth lead in favor of Among Us. I think Dota Plus is getting a little lost at this point. Double Laguna Blade on Gabby. Too much lockdown that they didn't give him the Aegis. Oh, Zephyr making the plays, just waiting in the tree line there. Armel gonna sit on the front lines, and only 40 seconds to go on the anti-mates. They've got the glyph as well, so they deal with one more wave, and they should kind of be okay. Looking for the arrow. In your dream, does get slept up, gonna be all right for now. Cuckoo still holding on to the Lincolns. They're gonna force that Armel forward. Nice stun from Zephyr, hex him up as well. Still has the Aegis, remember, gets forced F sideways by his team. Cuckoo gonna get arrowed. Can they actually get this kill? KP goes walking in. He does have the Yules. Burst Strike maybe to get out, but there's the pit waiting for him. At least the Force Staff is going to save him. Abed is actually the one ratting at bottom all the while and taking out a full lane of racks there. Abed's got a butterfly on the Void Spirit. Okay. The man is just transitioning into a right-click build in the late game. Sure, I'm down with it. Did they just glyph this wave? Zephyr comes TPing in. Tim's doesn't know how to use the leaps to get out, and Zephyr predicts him perfectly. Are we gonna get a double Laguna to finish this? Tim still hiding inside the trees. Is not gonna get hit by that second stun. The magic lamp helping him for a moment. Tim's, you need the jukes. He just jukes straight back into him. He's juked himself. Does manage to avoid the stun. There's no more mana left on this Lina. He's used everything that he has. Tim's, they still are hot on his trail. He jukes him this time around. Abed's looking for him, and with that Cuckoo stun and a crit from Abed, that should be the end of that. Oh, the Mirana is instrumental in their ability to kill this Troll Warlord, so we will see. Troll is heading towards the enemy base without his entire team there. They are not aware of this necessarily on TNC, but they're just going on him. Abyssal Blade looking for a little bit of a turnaround. Anti-Mage getting chunked, but Gabby actually able to keep on fighting. They get redirected over onto Armel, who's able to walk away. They've got another heal. Good stun onto Gabby, but Abed already dropping low. In Your Dream doesn't want to keep on fighting. He's already used all of his defensive cooldowns, and they're just kind of leaving Cuckoo for dead. Double Force Staff gets him out of there. Abed just manning up with the butterfly. Gotta be careful, though. Gabby might just be looking for a mana point. Doesn't even need it. Just auto attacks him to death. In Your Dream turning around. Is this going to be enough lockdown? They've got one Laguna Blade. Gabby jumps away. Armel looking for the jump out. KP's just punching everybody. Double kill. Jump forward even further for Zephyr. Elder Titan coming in big at the end of this game. Laying down the punches, doing a whopping amount of damage. Sand King respawning naturally in 20. Abed and Zephyr hanging a long way back. We'll switch it back over to buyback status. Or do we have any other Radiant buybacks in reserve? And TNC hungry here, just wanting to finish off the Megas. Arrow is fishing, no level 25 just yet. They're actually getting a bit of a jump in. Good damage onto the anti-mage. Double Laguna Blade. Do they have enough damage to finish him off? Yes, they do. They tried to bail him out, but they couldn't quite manage it. We're gonna keep on fighting. This Firestorm actually getting a little dicey for March. Both teams are now down to one lane of racks remaining. We do have a ranged racks on the side of Among Us, but whatever. Come on. All right, Rapier number 1. Here we go. This is what we're talking about. Maybe feeling like it's not so useful against the double nullifier. I have not been keeping close enough tabs on KP, but he's the man of the hour. Look at the item build. He's got the Crystallis picked up. He's got the nullifier. Really looking to see what he can get done in these fights. Whitemon just moving a little bit too far forward. He gets immediately blown up. In Your Dream needs to be careful with the positioning. A little bit of a miss micro or something, but that did not seem like what he was intending to happen there. Got the Echo Stomp Wake damage for KP. In Your Dream spots Armel. Burst Strike, a little bit off the money. Cuckoo gonna force step forward, but he still ends up getting slapped, and now they've got the arrow to follow it up. Can they save this Troll Warlord? They can't force staff him. He's still gonna survive for now. In Your Dream, desperately popping everything, does get the BKB and the ultimate off, still has the static in reserve. Armel just gonna get double Laguna down. He couldn't get the jump out. Abed just going through everything. Silent onto Gabby. He's the next big target. If they can bring him down, this is a great way to start this fight, but he gets to blink away. Needs to find an opportunity to heal back up. The Satanic is gonna do it for him. Armel getting locked down. He just fought back and rejoined this fight, but it's immediately to die. KP can't do the damage either. They've got the Hex onto one more. Triple kill. Buyback now for the anti-mage. Tim's also going to end up falling. Whitemon is just trying to juke them for dear life. His TP is still on cooldown for 30 seconds, but with that, Among Us may have just done it. Alright, Zephyr couldn't find him. Alright. Well, they were trying to pull the same move that Among Us pulled on them earlier, but they do all have TPs available, but this is going to force the hand of Among Us a little bit as they start going onto the tier 4s. Glyph still in reserve. They really need their Underlord back up, and tough call for Gabby, but he's going to come back and look for the fight. He smashed that glass case, and he's grabbed himself that emergency rapier. He's already used the buyback, so it just has to be the play here. In Your Dream, they have to hope that they can pop him. Gabby thinking about it, jumps forward. They're going to go for Abed first. He gets the BKB off, still surviving. Do they have enough damage? One more touch will do it. In Your Dream hasn't used the ultimate just yet. He's just relying on the BKB for now. They bring down KP. Now he pops the ulti. Tim's leaps away. Instead, he just latches onto Whitemon and brings him down. Too much lockdown for Gabby. He's already used the Manta, trying to go back in with the Satanic, but the Laguna Blade from Zephyr drops him down, and GG is called. A 70-minute game to start the day here for the BTS, not for the BTS Pro Series, for the Summit 13 SEA. Absolutely awesome start. It will just be an Ember Spirit for Abed. Should get good farm against the Mars. I can't imagine that matchup is really too much of an issue for the Ember. Okay, very defensive ward from March here to start. Wants to keep tabs in the position 4. I guess they've actually just gone for a 5-man rotation. I was too busy reading the all chat. Cuckoo's getting gone on. Can they finish him off? Couple more auto attacks. Dagger. KP gets it. All right. TNC starting the game off. Quick smart and in a hurry. Sort of thinking about it. Abed doing the same thing. Didn't get the refill, so really needs these bottle sips. Tim's taking some pressure, but still has the dive, so should be okay. KP gonna try for the rune instead, but it will be In Your Dream out-clicking him this time around. Australia ping probably not helping KP's case there. He wants this kill on March, but I don't know if he can actually get it. The slow is helping. 2 points up in the Slytherin crush. He's got the bash primed. We do have the fairy fire for March, trying to save his life. In Your Dream, can he finish this kill? Needs one more auto attack and he gets it. Didn't think that they could get it without the mana on the Lich, but just constant auto attacks from the Lifestealer will end up doing it. And now Tim's, he doesn't have to dive. In Your Dream, maybe finding one more. This is going to be great for Among Us if they can get it, and they do. All right, that was definitely not the play from TNC to go chasing after that kill. Armel comes down with some bottle sips at the ready, and they've got an Arena of Blood that they're looking to use. No information on this rotation for Among Us. So should just be Cuckoo going down. The dagger's already being used, though. There's the Arena just barely catching him. Nice spear from Armel. And gets a well-deserved kill out of that rotation. Even Whitemon's got some really nice levels. Level 5 on this Grimstroke. Already has 3 points up in the Inkswell. I think they just have another Arena that they're looking to use at bottom. Might not even need the Arena, to be honest. Just a dagger blink with the Inkswell. Can they do anything to stop Armel landing? This doesn't really look like they can, so... There you go. Another quick kill. Plan is kind of coming together. Whitemon gonna get a quick D-ward. Armel still just... Anytime he sees anything happening at bottom, he comes over, he wags his finger. They are going to go for KP. They have enough lockdown to bring him down. March has opted for a point in the Sinister Gaze. And then it's going to get the kill and secure the bounty rune. C looking to invade and grab the other ones. Armel seemingly wants to fight, and the top tower is dead. They're coming down to try and defend bottom. KP gonna look for March first. Can they actually land this lockdown onto Cuckoo? They got the Doom onto Armel before he could get the spear out. The Phoenix Sun is looking like it's gonna be brought down. One more auto attack from Zephyr will do it. KP still fighting, but this Chain Frost slowing him down. 2 dead thus far on the side of TNC, and looking like KP's gonna get kited to his death as well. They're keeping tabs on Armel. He's out of the Doom, but looking very dead at this point as Zephyr brings him down. And that, why did they choose to take that fight is kind of the big question. They've got the Doom back up in about 5 seconds time, so I imagine they are looking to make some kind of a play with that. Do go for the immediate smoke. They see KP at mid, but it's really not the target that they want. And I think they're hoping to find somebody over in the enemy tri-camp, but instead looks like they will just settle for Whitemon. Abed hops straight on top of him, and Cuckoo brings him down. Tim's thinking about this fight, though, and they are moving into a somewhat awkward area. The arena has already been used, still on cooldown for now. March dead, so just support for support thus far. Cuckoo, if he wants to use the Doom, it's got to be now, and instead it's just Among Us maybe going in a little too deep, and will end up kind of feeding away 2 kills after the free pickoff. A plan is one thing, how it works out in practice is another thing entirely. And if you're corrosive hazed and PA comes flying at you, you might just disappear before anyone can press Halberd to save you. We'll have to see. March, well, he got the frost armor up there, but frost shield, sorry, but not enough to save him. Gabby also gonna get silenced up. This is decent damage. They get the stun from Gabby, and that is just a straight up double kill. I don't even think the PA is supposed to be getting so active at this point, but are they just hoping that somebody's going to show up mid? They really want to invade this enemy tri-camp. Every play that they're making is heading in that direction, but there's both a Blink and the Deso picked up on the side of TNC. Whitemon is going to be the first one jumped and will go down pretty much immediately. Slaughter also getting doomed up, looking like KP should be the next one to fall. And TNC not really ready to take any kind of a fight there. So at least they know that the Roshan is happening, but can they get over here in time to stop it? Abed does end up going back for the BKB in this position, but Roshan's just melting. If they want to do something, they got to do something now, and it looks like it's just going to be too late. They tried and load up Cuckoo, but Armel going to be the distraction. Find Zephyr in the backlines. Whitemon waiting around the corner as well. They can't even kill this Mars. He's going to get the Inkswell stun out. Albert getting locked down this entire time. Buyback immediately. Who got the Aegis? It is just in the hands of Gabby, and now he's going to look for the fight. March going to melt super quickly. In Your Dream has already used the Heaven's Halberd, so he can't keep on fighting. They bought back on 1, but I think TNC just going to look for more and more kills. Abed does manage to jump away. So it looks like he'll be all right, but that is the last of his remnants. And Armel actually closing the gap. He's got the Yules, he's got the Spear, and they've got more than enough damage to finish this kill. And it's just TNC all day. The Slardar plus PA kind of playing itself, and Zephyr with the dieback getting caught out here. They're not even done. They're looking for a little more. In Your Dream gets the rage off, but he's still hazed up. They continue the chase. Gabby just waiting for the Phantom Strike. Jumps in now. Great Arena plus Spear from Armel. The shield is helping a little bit. Is Armel, In Your Dream, going to try and Armel toggle his way out of this one? Gabby maybe in a little bit too deep. TNC diving tier 4s at 20 minutes into the game. Gabby just looking for the blink away. Armel saving him. Does still have the blink. Phantom Strike again. All right, he's fine. There are still ways for Gabby to die without getting the BKB off, but shouldn't happen so long as Armel and KP are the ones in the front lines. Abed getting spotted. Yule's up. Do they have the timing? They don't. He whiffs it, and Abed just waiting with the BKB anyway. He's going to be just fine now. Very awkward for Armel as he's just going to get run at. KP in the back lines hoping to find something. March is going to get shredded, but 1-for-1 looking decent for Among Us thus far. Abed needs to deal with the silence. He can't do it. He got the Fire Spirit on top of him, so now he gets speared. Gabby's holding the line, preventing Among Us from coming in with backup, and even though it wasn't the best start, KP kind of dying in no man's land. TNC still put the team fight together. Just a very flat game from Abed and Cuckoo, it feels like, compared to the previous. You're just running at him. Your Dream, you gotta be careful. Needs to dodge that silence. He's running forward. His team isn't even here. He just wants the Whitemon kill, and he does get it. He had the clumsy net anyway, so. That TP was really not destined to work. Is the BKB still on cooldown for the PA? Cuckoo goes jumping in, only finding Tim's. There's a change. The Lotus is actually still on cooldown for the time being, so he can't quite get away. Now the dive comes through, but he doesn't have the supernova, so Abed just going to keep on chasing after him. Armel trying to think about whether or not he actually wants this fight. It's only the 3 cores alive currently. There's a corrosive haze on Abed, and I think that's what they're thinking about, but yeah, still 50 seconds to go on the BKB for Gabby, so. Now, Arena coming out. Looking for these supports. Zephyr and March both in big trouble. Armel gonna finish off one, turns his attention over towards the other. Zephyr just gonna try for the TP, but there's a Blink Crush and that will finish that one. But Gabby getting left all by his lonesome on the other side. Caught out and finished off. And now Among Us, they're not done. It's a very scrappy fight. They've got the vision up on the high ground, so they can actually just keep on going. Abed doesn't have the mana for the chains, but out pops In Your Dream. And with the shield, I don't think that's going to be enough to save Armel. Whitemon looking for a little bit of a turnaround. Defensive Yules. Inkswell stun. Not going to help enough, but a nice Slardar Crush will protect them as he retreats up onto the high ground. They're still fighting, even without their PA. Looking like Cuckoo's going to be brought down. Abed still struggling with the mana problems as he tries to escape from this fight. Armel doesn't have Blinker Yules for a moment, but that slight actually just putting Abed right in the middle of everybody. And gets brought down. He was about to die to a Blink Crush anyway, I think, so. Well, even without their PA, they still get a great turnaround. Very nice plays from Whitemon and KP to save Armel, and then they can just keep the chase going after that. And this is kind of similar to the first game. Oh, beautiful stun from Zephyr. Here comes the Chain Frost. Say goodbye to Armel, and KP's also in danger. Do they have anyone else coming over to help and get this catch? It's In Your Dream inside of a creep looking for the jump. Halberd coming out, and well, they thought it was just a free kill on March, but shows how much they know. Free Roche for TNC. No information about this whatsoever on Among Us, though I don't think they would have wanted to take this fight anyway. Good habits, pulling the Shiva's recipe out of the backpack. I don't think he really needed to, but should always make sure that you have a full inventory if possible. Cuckoo goes jumping and doesn't find anything. They're going to drop the Doom, but there is the Aegis on this PA, so is this actually going to matter? They do get the Soulbind out. Gabby's going to come back, and he will have the full BKB. Armel wants to force the fight as a result, looking for the Lifestealer first. Cuckoo also not very healthy. He's gone. In Your Dream followed up on next. Neither of them has a buyback. The egg pops, so stun onto Abed. He's just looking to escape, trying to chase down Whitemon, but forced to retreat. Just not a whole lot that he can really do. And Abed's looking at this, kind of wondering what exactly he's supposed to do to stop this. Gabby's even queuing up Rapier. I mean, he already had the point booster, so I guess he was just trying to evade death there. Okay, not quite level 18. Do they have a tome that somebody could buy for him, maybe? Jump in. Cuckoo's just already dead at mid. Maybe he can get the blink off. He's trying to juke for it. He does get it, but Gabby is straight on top of him, gets the reset, then finds March. Zephyr pops the Ghost Scepter, but that's not going to save him either. Gabby just makes mincemeat out of him. Among Us not going to get this defense at all, and yeah, I don't know. What do? Do you just call it? I guess you've got one more lane, but you're now down 14k. Dota Plus not liking your chances. Armel has a full AC, and they're just hitting your tier 4s. There were a few missteps on the anti-mage maybe in the previous game, but definitely proven himself. Fam smoke up. They do have the level 18 on the Lina now. Armel getting caught. Does still have the BKB. KP, ooh, a little off the money on the crush there. It's gonna be okay. Abed, gotta be careful of that one dagger doing so much damage. He gets locked down by the immediate bash. Cuckoo is looking for the Doom. Can he even get it off? Armel getting healed up. KP just gonna keep on going forward. Gabby, triple dagger, almost kills off In Your Dream instantly. Cuckoo also copping just way too much damage. The supports are alive, but not for long. Triple kill for Gabby. Give him one more. Can he get Zephyr? Yes, he can. It's not quite a rampage, but it may as well be as the GGs come out, and TNC will end up making this a 1-1 series overall. And getting us back on schedule just a little bit. We're still running somewhat behind.